Orion and the Dark is the latest film from animation studio DreamWorks, and it was written by Oscar-winning screenwriter Charlie Kaufman. You don't need me to tell you what DreamWorks is. It's the same studio that made Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, and How to Train Your Dragon. While the quality of their output is still as inconsistent as ever, some of their recent output sees them shaking up their style a bit, enough to make me hopeful that we're getting a sea change from them. The Bad Guys and Puss in Boots: The Last Wish both feature imaginative and colourful animation styles, with the latter solidifying itself as one of the best animated films of recent years. DreamWorks seems to be following this creative streak with Orion and the Dark, seeing as how they have the writing talents of Charlie Kaufman on board. I've made it no mystery that I'm a huge Charlie Kaufman fan, and this was one of my most anticipated movies of 2024 purely because of his writing credit. I consider Kaufman to be the most inventive and thoughtful screenwriters working today. His stories usually focus on absurd, sometimes silly concepts, but he explores them in a grounded manner. Through this, he's able to use this absurdity to explore ideas that I find to be profound. I knew Orion and the Dark wasn't going to be a masterpiece, but I had high hopes for it. Having watched it, this is like a generic DreamWorks film that's been elevated by the writing. This is director Charmatz's first feature-length film, and you can really tell. The overall presentation of this is kind of flat, with some settings that look uninspired. The human characters especially look weirdly off-putting. I can't put my finger on it, but I think it's to do with the proportions of their eyes. The film stars Jacob Tremblay and Paul Walter Hauser as the titular leads. Hauser commands all attention towards himself through his larger-than-life performance. Jacob Tremblay delivers mixed results. I found his performance to be lackluster, which is frustrating given how prominent his character is. It's not bad, but it's just not up to standard either. However, this is unmistakably a Charlie Kaufman script. You have the neurotic main character, moments of deep introspection, and some self-aware meta aspects. There's even a snarky jab at Sundance Film Festival. There are three main aspects that I like about this film. The first is that it is legitimately funny. A lot of the humour comes from Hauser's lively performance. There's a cameo in this that I thought was hilarious, and it was obviously only included for movie nerds like me. The second aspect is the design of the entity characters. Each one has their own unique design that helps make them memorable. There are some legitimately creative choices in how these characters embody their respective traits. The third aspect is that there are layers to this film, like this might be the only DreamWorks film that has themes beyond simple morals. This film seems to be written with the idea that parents will watch it with their children, and that then becomes a part of the film's experience. There are parts of this film that small children won't understand, while their parents will. What's great is that even though small children won't fully grasp these parts, they won't be alienated or confused by it either, since they'll be able to interpret them differently. This is then echoed within the story itself, so among other things, this film is about itself. What makes this film so good is also what kinda hinders it. Kaufman was able to take his trademark writing style and water it down for child audiences, so it's up to you whether you want to view this as a watered down Kaufman script or an elevated DreamWorks film. Regardless, a watered down Kaufman screenplay is better than most screenplays anyway. I'm feeling a generous 7 out of 10 on this. Thank you.